Just 2 months ago, my Instagram was dying. I was at under 150,000 views for the entire month. And mind you, I was posting every single day. Not only that, but I also was losing followers every day. At one point, I lost 94 followers in 1 month. I was barely getting any engagement. I barely can get anyone to comment, share my videos, react, anything. At that point, I was fed up, regardless of the fact that I was showing up and posting every single day. And today, 2 months later, I'm averaging 700,000 to 800,000 views a month. I've added over 2,500 new followers and I'm pulling in more every single day. I also have over 74,000 interactions just this past month. And no, I didn't buy followers. I didn't chase trends. I didn't get lucky with one viral post. I found two things almost nobody actually teaches you. And once I got those two things right, everything else started working on its own. If you're watching this, I already know what you're feeling. You're posting, you're not lazy at all about it. You're actually trying to get better every single day and with every piece of content. But for whatever reason, you're just not getting the reaction and the reach you were getting anymore. And here's what makes it worse. You remember when it really wasn't like this on Instagram? You used to post and pretty much all of your followers would actually see it. You could build a real sustainable business off of just Instagram by showing up consistently. Now Instagram has completely changed. It's not built around who follows you anymore. It's built around what people are interested in. Instagram has said this themselves. They're running the whole feed off a whole stack of ranking signals now, not just a simple follower feed. And the numbers back it up. Right now, the average post is only reaching somewhere around 3 to 4% of the creator's followers. So if you feel like you're being punished for showing up every day, you are not crazy. The platform actually changed right underneath us. And I'm not telling you this from the outside looking in. 2 months ago, I was living this exact same scenario. I spent over 2 years trying to figure out my short form content. I'm losing followers every day, barely getting any interactions. So everything I'm about to walk you through, I didn't read it in a course. I didn't learn it from anyone else, but I actually lived it, tested it. And it's the exact strategy that took me from where I was to over 800,000 views just this past month. And it only took me 60 days to do it. So here's exactly how you're going to grow your personal brand with your short form content in a way that doesn't just get attention. It gets real engagement. It gets real people who connects with you on a deeper level and eventually turns into real revenue for your business. It starts with these two things. The first part of this, and this is the part that everybody skips, is getting clear on what you are actually obsessed with. Not what's trending, not what somebody told you would blow up. What are you obsessed about? What are you obsessed over? Once you know what that is, you have to be proud about it. You have to be so confident in it that it becomes your biggest superpower. And here's why that matters more than any strategy I'm about to give you. For one, the consistency you see in other creators is not coming from a community. It's not coming from a course. It's from the simple fact that they are obsessed about what they talk about. And because of that, they have a relentless passion to keep showing up even on the days when they don't feel like it, because that's what they eat, sleep, and breathe. So ask yourself right now, what is that thing for you? What is that thing that you're obsessed over, that you can't stop thinking about? It's always on your mind. You always have ideas when it comes to it. What is that for you? The second reason this matters is because your viewers can tell when you're faking it. If you're doing it for the clout, if you're doing it for the money, they can feel that in your content. And you keep wondering why the same few people engage with your content over and over. It's because everyone else can see right through it. When you are actually passionate about what you're talking about when it comes to your content, people can feel that. People want to connect with you on a deeper level. And the last one, it prevents burnout. Running a business, building a personal brand, it's exhausting, not to mention the other things we have going on in life. Some days you're just not going to want to post. Some days you're just not going to have any ideas. But when you're obsessed with that thing, you don't even have to think hard about your content ideas because you're already thinking about it anyways. I don't ever have to sit for hours wondering what to post. All I do is jot down notes all day because ideas just keep coming to me. Not because I love content creation so much or I want to be the biggest creator in the world, but simply because I'm obsessed with the topics I talk about. And I get to come on the internet, and I look at this as a privilege that I get to come on the internet and talk about that very thing I'm obsessed with every single day. That's what makes it easy. The second part of this is understanding your audience, and not just understanding them, but actually learning and understanding what gets them to engage. Here's the one word that changed everything for me just 2 months ago with my content: emotions. When someone is emotionally inclined, they act. They don't just view, they act. They comment, they leave a detailed comment, they engage with other people in your comments, or they share it with someone. So what makes someone emotionally inclined? If you're funny, make them laugh. If you're more on the teaching side, don't just pick up your phone and go straight into here's 3 tips to fix this and that. First, make them feel you understand them on a deeper level, that you see them, that you know exactly what they're going through. You can do this through laughter, through teaching, through vlogs. Your goal with every video is to create an emotional reaction. If you rewatch your own video and you don't feel any emotional pull, that video is not going anywhere. People need to feel something. If you're doing UGC, they need to feel like, I want this. I wish I had this. If you're promoting your own offer, you have to speak to what people are feeling before you mention the solution. When people feel like you understand them, when you've tapped into their emotions, they don't just react. They feel the urge to share it with someone, to drop a follow even before they consistently decide to watch your content, because you've pulled them in emotionally. And the way you want to do this is by consistently acknowledging what people are feeling. Every chance you get with every piece of content, whether your content is about business, acknowledge what it feels like to start every month back at zero. Acknowledge the pain point. That has to be your priority with every piece of content you post. Before you post anything, I want you to ask yourself this question about your hook. Does this pull someone in emotionally? If the first 10 seconds don't make the viewer feel acknowledged, make them feel seen, make them feel something, fix it before you post. That one gut check is the biggest difference between a video that gets 10 views and a video that gets 500,000. Now, once you have those two things locked in, here's what to actually do inside your Instagram account. If you're using an existing account, run every video through trial reels for at least 3 days before you post it to your public feed. Here's why. Once you shift into a lane that you're actually obsessed with, your current audience isn't going to recognize it right away. Instagram algorithm now runs almost entirely on interest, not just who follows you. So even your own followers won't see your content if that's not what they're currently interested in. Trial Reels allows the algorithm to find the right audience for this new direction before it even hits your main feed. What Instagram does is when you post, Instagram is sending your content out to a sample audience to see if there is interest before it pushes it out to more people. I would rather your sample audience be people who've never seen your content before, who are actually interested in your topic. But if you post it to your main feed first, even if your content is interesting, if there's not many people who's following you who's also interested in that content, it will fall flat all the time. And another key component to this is make sure you're posting one reel every few hours, not back to back, or just once a day if that's what you can do. Get the obsession right, then get the emotions right, then layer in the tactics in that order, not the other way around. Now I want you to go take these same exact strategies and go implement this in your next piece of content. Make sure you have these thoughts at the forefront of your mind when you're creating, when you're putting out content to any platform. I hope this helps. Drop a comment if you have any questions. I'm reading the comments all the time, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.